I'm Leslie with NVIDIA, and I'm here with Scott Kessner from Gearbox, here to talk about Borderlands 2. So I'm really excited about Borderlands. It looks just awesome.
Thank you.
What can you tell me about? So you've been leading the concept designs. What can you tell me about the environment in Borderlands 2?
The environments? Yeah, in this one, we have a lot more diversity as opposed to what was in the first game. It was a very desert, sort of sparse landscape. And in this one, we have a lot more variety there. We still have some of the classic Borderlands, but we have like a more Arctic zone that's real rough, tundra, a kind of Scottish Highlands, a real more green, a little more of a lush environment. It's still harsh because it's Borderlands, and there's some other environments we're not getting into, but there's a lot more diversity this time around than what we had prior. So.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, the environment looked exciting when I saw that. So great job there.
Those guys are doing awesome. Well, we're doing great.
How about some of the character development in the game?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that's sort of my specialty on the project. I worked on the characters from the last game and the characters from this game, and it's something that is really important to us, like in the fact that when you look at our characters, you can tell this is from the Borderlands universe. They're stylized, they're not quite... There's a realism to them, but it has more of a comic book edge to it, and that's something that we really try to put a little more style into that. So, and as far as the new class that we're showing here, Salvador, the Gunzerker, which can dual wield any two weapons in the game, and when you have millions of weapons in the game, that's a lot of options that you can play with. So.
Yeah, very cool. Hey, you not only have millions of weapons options, but it looks like you have endless vehicle options as well. Can you tell us about your vehicle system?
Yeah, I mean, we when we looked at the vehicles in the last game, we knew that we wanted to improve on that, and we also, right off the bat, the new Bandit technical vehicle that we're showing is a 4-player vehicle. So, unlike prior, when you were playing with 4 people and the vehicles only hold 2, unless the DLCs we added some more seats for people to sit in. But this time around, we're just really trying to improve the controls, the handling, the way that you can navigate through the environments, and like e-brakes and power sliding in the vehicles. It's a lot of fun. So.
And it looked like in the enemies that are in the game that they've been given new enhanced skills. Can you tell us about some of the enemies that we'll face?
Yeah, definitely. Well, right off the bat, we kind of looked at our AI system, and that's been revamped to allow a little more, realism. They take cover. They actually sort of consider the environment. Like, for example, the Bullymong, which is sort of this crazy primal 4-armed beast, will just inadvertently, like, I feel like I should grab this piece of the environment and chuck it at you. I'll pick up the cars and I'll fling them at you, and that's all done in where is he at in position to you? Does he want to take the high ground? Does he want to come low? Does he want to jump at you, or does he want to throw the world at you? That's kind of, we just sort of see what the way that we build the systems allows a lot more. You're never quite sure what the enemy may do as they come to you, and even when the impacts of when you're shooting at them, and they have different states of being wounded and limping and tripping and falling down, it just makes them feel there's a lot more life in them.
So one of the enhancements or the focuses that I've heard about is a new multiplayer focus where you have a team dedicated to improvements on the multiplayer aspect of the game. Can you tell us about the multiplayer and some of the differences that we'll see this time?
Are you in regards to cooperative?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That's we've really looked at the system that we had, and we thought it was a really strong success in the last game, and it's really important to us, the co-op aspect of it. I think a lot of people, when they talk about Borderlands, they say, "Oh, my friends and I, we had so much fun leveling up, looting." So we wanted to make that as easy, like the same jump in, jump out at any time. If somebody's in a quest, making that transition a little easier to catch up with them, and also just even in support, we supported split screen last time around. We're doing it again this time. Though you can play 2-player split screen, but still get online and play with 2 other people. So we really believe in the multiplayer aspect of the game, and it's something that we're doing the best we can to make that the easiest, most fun experience we can. So.
Very cool. So I'm really excited to play Borderlands 2. So what would you tell anybody out there about the hardware requirements, what they should plan to play the game on?
I mean, we obviously are trying to make the game run as good as it can across the board on specs, but I mean, when it comes to exact requirements, I mean, I can't necessarily even go into the specifics right now, since the fact is still in development, and the fact that we're simultaneously developing on consoles as well. But it's something that obviously we definitely care about the PC side, and we definitely put you'll definitely have your options for frame rate and making sure that the game can cater to the hardware that you have and run as we want to be able to have the we want, if somebody's got the rig, we want to be able to give them the tools to let them experience that to the best of their ability. So
trick question on the demo that you're showing. But do you know what graphics hardware you're running on in there? What you're running with on the demo in there?
I'm maybe an NVIDIA. I'm a no. So yeah, but it's running great. So there you go. There's a great. I mean, the game's not even optimized right now for that. So since we're still in development, but yeah, it's everything is ran fantastic. So.
Awesome. That's great. I think we've covered a bunch of topics. Is there anything you want to tell any of the GeForce fans who watch this video later?
I mean, if you enjoyed the first Borderlands, or even if you didn't enjoy the first one, there's so much more in this one. We're catering to the hardcore that really dug into the game. There's so much more for you. If anybody had skipped it the first time around, this is really a great opportunity to see what some of the people have been talking about, and we just have a lot more variety and a lot more options. And the game's really about choice, and it's how you want to play it and how long you want to play. And we're just packing it with as much awesome as we can and as many guns as we can fit into there. So.
Well, it looks like it's coming along fantastically. So thank you very much, and go to GeForce.com to check out more interviews and more details on Gamescom.